Hey folks, welcome back to Stationeers and welcome back to the moon. In the last episode, we got our first crop of potatoes and even grew the farm a little. And we started building the automation, which is going to control the cooler so that the atmosphere inside the base stays manageable for the potatoes. But before I can write the code, I need a sensor that is going to allow the computer to detect what the temperature inside the base is. So for that, I'm going to go outside and get a sensor kit built on the electronics printer. Okay, missing a little bit of copper here. Oh, turns out I am completely out of copper. Well, I guess we all know what that means. It's time for a mining trip. And I'm back. We got 250 copper and a few other things, so let's take advantage of the nighttime to smelt all that up. Oh. I stuck the water ice, not oxide, in there. Let's see if this will still work even with the water. Okay, it's a bit of a mess in the furnace, but it did get hot. One 100 bar. A smaller 50 bar that's gonna go directly into the electronics printer. And I'll make another 100 bar for storage. Then I brought back some gold, so I'm gonna smelt that. And almost 2 stacks of iron. A little bit of silicon. And in fact I have 5 more copper, so I may as well smelt that into a tiny bar too. Okay, and that's the smelting done. Let's put away the ingots and get that sensor built. First burn through that 5-gram bar. Okay, there's the sensor. Time to charge up my battery and go inside. And while I'm in there, I also need to take a shower. Nice and clean. And may as well have a bite to eat. Okay, so sensor. This can be anywhere within the atmosphere of the base. So I'm thinking I'm gonna place it right here, where I have the wiring that's going to the IC housing anyway. Make it easy to connect. So let's splice that in. Okay, now it is time to write some code. Actually, before I write the code, I should connect the device knob to the sensor that I just installed. Okay, now we're gonna write some code. Okay, I got a script written and exported to the IC, but one other thing I need to do is set D1 knob to the cooler so that we can control it. Okay, and now this should work. I have the script set so that if it passes 29 Celsius, if it gets warmer than that, it's going to turn on the cooler. And then at 21 Celsius, it'll turn it off. And that should keep the potatoes in their ideal range of 20 to 30 Celsius. So hopefully that works correctly. Okay, back outside. I want to try a few other things. One is the new holders that were added, like this fire extinguisher one. So let's put one over there and grab... I thought there was a fire extinguisher that I start with. I guess that's not a thing with the brutal start. Hey, what are you doing tipped over? Okay, so let's see if I'm making one. It's not made on the autolate. I think it might be made on the tool printer, and we need a tool printer anyway, tool manufacturing. So let's build that up. Meanwhile, I'm going to make sure that I keep the battery topped up, since now we have more consumption. While that builds up, I'm also going to see about making an insulated tank. Looks like I need copper, steel, and silicon. We do have copper. We do have silicon. And we do have steel. What I want to start doing is capturing the gases from the furnace so that we can start filtering them out. And in preparation for that, let's clean up this terrain a little bit. Or I can run out of battery in my drill and have to swap that out and get back to cleaning up the terrain. And I should check whether the cooler has turned off. It's a bit hard to see, but yeah, the cooler is off in there, so looks like the script is working. At least, I hope I configured the temperature correctly. Okay, that's the insulated tank. And the tool manufacturer is ready as well. I am gonna need more steel frames, so let's make a few of those. Let's not fly away. Looks like soon I will need to make more steel. And over here, we're going to be putting the tank that will hold the gases from the furnace. But I also need steel sheets to get these the walkable one. Add one there, and a few here. I don't actually need them, but I like my base being connected all to each other. Alright, even made a few extras. And all the steel frames are welded up. I do have here 2 iron ones, but that's a problem for later. Okay. I'm gonna put the tank in place. Rotation. And I just got an air tank warning, so let's go swap that out. One of the questions I got is why do I have this tank here after the pressure regulator? And I won't say it's necessarily optimal, but what I like is by keeping this side with a higher volume, whenever I plug in a canister, it will immediately jump to about 4 megapascals. So if I wasn't using 2 canisters and I forgot to pre-fill one of them, it's nice to be able to just pop my tank in and get some oxygen charge. I've forgotten far too many times to pre-fill tanks, so I build not necessarily with efficiency in mind, but more with a mind to mitigating my own failings. Okay, now we can get the tool manufacturing in place. And since I need to make iron sheets for that, I'm gonna make 2 extra to finish that floor as well. So 2 for the machine, and 2 for the floor. Get the cables and the plastic, and finish it off with a screwdriver. And now to tie it into power. Looks like that was all the cable I had pre-made. Let's preemptively make more cable before we need it. Okay, now about the tool maker. Let's see what we can make on that. It's not one I use that much in most of my playthroughs. Okay, I am gonna want another mining belt just so I can store my ices at the base. I do want a space pack because if I recall it is exactly like the jetpack basic but more efficient in terms of jetpacking. Eventually some paint is gonna be nice to start properly color coding the piping. And there's the fire extinguisher. Along with some mining charges. Okay. Few fun and interesting things on the tool printer. Okay, that might be enough cables there. At some point I need to connect this printer to its stacker as well, but we'll get around to that at some point. Okay, nice little coil of cables. And I do need to pull out some steel from one of the other machines. Okay, let's get the one that is in the pipe bender. I am not trying to make stack 10. Okay, let's go with 50. Back in you go. Oh. Yeah, I should probably stop it from ejecting more things first. Yeah, we're gonna need some silicone too. Maybe. May as well stick 20 in there. To get some of the steel added. We do have a little bit of iron, but could use more. This 50 can go back into the pipe bender. Did I add some copper in here? No, I didn't put copper, so let's feed this some copper as well. Okay, the things I wanted to build. Oh, alright. Pneumatic mining drill. That's another new addition, at least new to me. It's been added sometime in the last year and a half or so. And I would like to try it, so let's get the solder out. Like that in. No, not a basketball. We're looking for a pneumatic mining drill. Okay, build one of those. Then we wanted a fire extinguisher, a space pack, and a mining belt. Or even two. Now that I have an extra belt, I can transfer the ices to it and put it in the locker. In case you didn't know, the ice stays safe in the belt even if you're not wearing it. So putting a bunch of belts inside the locker is a nice way to store extra ice, or extra ore in general. You can keep the other ore in it too, just to expand the space that you get out of a locker. Okay, let's swap out the backpack. Yes, I know. I need to move the jetpack tank. And all my other goods. And the jetpack is gonna go in the locker. Yeah, this should be more efficient now. Okay, the extinguisher can go in its nice socket there. Just in case we have any workshop fires, you know, out in the vacuum of the moon. Now, the pneumatic drill requires a gas canister that is pressurized. So, I could use some oxygen, but I'm thinking I want to use the nitrogen that's been accumulating from crushing up the water ice. Got a bit of nitrogen in there. So let's get that built. And is there any extra oxygen? No, all the oxygen got pulled into here. Meaning we need to crush up a little bit more oxide ice. Okay. Now to fill another canister, I'm gonna need a utility kit. pipe utility gas. And I'm gonna need a pressure regulator, which that machine is slightly short on gold. Okay, utility kit. Doesn't look like I have pipes, so I do need some pipes as well. And because we are out on the moon, I do want to get in the habit of using the insulated pipes. Now that would require 1 steel. I believe we're short on that. We have 1 in the tool manufacturing and 14 here. Okay, let's grab it from here. And get some insulated pipes made. We will go like that. How many pipes do we get? 12. That should be good enough. Now I did get a warning for hydration critical, so I'm gonna pop into the base and have a quick drink. And the potatoes almost seeding again. Temperature is 28 Celsius, so in another degree or so, the cooler should kick back in. Okay, back outside to set up a nitrogen canister filler. Let's see, the pressure in this pipe is 5.21. So I can disassemble one of them. I can't combine insulated and non-insulated pipe in the same space, so I get done like that. And then I can disassemble these pipes starting at the far end to push the gases into the remaining volume. So now that nitrogen is residing inside this pipe network. Now it's backwards. So over here, let's use the labeler. I do not have a labeler. Maybe I can make one. Yeah, I do have enough parts for that. And I may want to consider some more batteries.
Power low.
5 gold, 5 steel. I wonder if we have enough steel left for that. No, we don't have enough steel for a large battery. I'm just gonna steal a battery from one of the other tools. Not the one that's 0%, that needs to charge. Okay, and with the labeler, I can directly enter the pressure that I want. I'm thinking 7,000. I'm worried. Temperature increase might cause that to pop. Let's go 6,500. Okay, I don't have any spare canisters. This one is fuel from the original welder. So I'm gonna make a new canister. that will go in here and start getting... Oh, now it's not going to start getting pressurized because I did not wire up the power.
Power critical.
There we go. Now it will start getting filled up. The battery is back where they belong since I don't use the labeler that much. And the labeler can go over in the locker. Now that I'm using up the nitrogen that was building up in the pipe, I can actually crush up the remainder of the water ice without worrying that I'm gonna overpressurize the pipe. This tank has plenty of space for water, so that is not a problem. Yeah, it's got 6,000 liters capacity and we only have about 22, 23 liters. Meanwhile, I'm gonna put away some of the extra things that I built. Because what's in the plan is a mining trip. I don't think I will carry the pickaxe with me anymore, since I will have this pneumatic drill, and I will keep the regular drill as my backup. Let's see about some of those explosive charges, mining charges. These are going to be fun. I did get the chance to see these before, since they've been added, so let's make a few of those. In fact, it looks like the silicon is going to limit it to 4 anyway, so just let that machine run. And this canister is getting nice and pressurized. The mining charges are quite slow to make. While the charges are being made, I'm gonna head inside, check if the potatoes have seeded, eat and drink, get ready for a morning trip out mining. Does not look like they are ready to seed yet. Oh. Okay, this one is. It's probably getting better sunlight, so let's stack that up with the other seeds. And cook up a potato. And we have 6 seeds now. And the potato gets replanted. I wonder how long this plant lives in the state. Whether I can use it to store my potatoes without them decaying for a little while. I think I'm going to try it because I know if I take them and put them on the shelf, they don't last too long, and I have not made a fridge yet. We'll find out. At this point, we have a good supply of potatoes, and we still have the cereal bars, plenty of those, so I'm not too worried even if the plant dies. Okay, back outside, and let's... Actually, why am I wasting power on the shower light? Let's turn that off. Okay, back outside. Let's see how the printer is doing to make the explosive charges. Okay, all 4 are ready. So we're going to be having some fun with those in the morning. And the canister is filled up. Turn that off, turn that off. You know what? Let's color code things a little bit while we wait. I believe nitrogen is green in the way the game color codes. Yeah, because my propellant tank is green. So let's use this. And yeah, I realize it's more efficient if I was to disassemble the pipes and paint the entire stack all at once, but since the spray paint is just one iron for the entire thing, I'm not too worried about it. And the canister itself. Okay, that goes inside the pneumatic drill. And one thing I forgot to do while I was inside is empty my waste tank. So I'm just going to open it in the airlock and vent that out to the inside. I'm going to grab an extra mining belt as well, just in case the mining trip is very productive in the morning. And now, let's skip ahead to the morning. And there it is, morning time. While I was waiting, I took care of a few housekeeping tasks, like making some more filters, since mine was running low. I harvested and cooked another potato, and just in general, ate, drank, did all those good things. So I'm going to use a heading of 90 to head out. I still don't have a tracker to use a beacon, so I'll have to rely on the compass method to not get lost. Let's see how this pneumatic drill works. It does seem to be a little bit faster, but what I really want to try are these mining charges. I'm going to get one. Hold right click to... or no. That aren't? Okay, no. Now it's armed. To get away from the blast. There we go. Whole bunch of ore without having to gather it one by one. Yeah, and if you hold your drill, even if it's turned off, you can just point it at the ore nuggets and hold the left mouse button down. It's gonna gather them up. Let's also drill up the other bit of ore that I see there. And we can move on. And there I am, getting back with a lot of ore. Everything in my main belt, an extra belt, and some stuff in my backpack. With the mining charges and the faster drill, that took less than it took for the sun to go down. Now I have a lot of water ice, so let's get another stack crushing up. The pneumatic drill used about 2.5 megapascals of its pressure, so let's get that topped up as well. I believe the way the pneumatic drill works is the higher pressure that you have in the tank, the faster it mines. So I think I'm going to try to keep that topped up as much as I can in between mining trips. Now, I did get some iron and a little bit of coal. So that will go into making some steel. I did not get to wire up the tanks, so I'm guessing for now I'm gonna waste these gases still. By wire up, I mean connect with pipes. So I'm gonna vent that out, get a furnace going, and smelt some steel so we can build more things, including more piping. But for now, we're gonna end this episode here. And before next time, I'm gonna take some time to do even more mining and stock up on materials so we can build more new and fun stuff. Thank you very much, and see you next time.